Shout out to Doja Cat. I just been taking it to the face for 8 minutes. Okay, what's up, everybody? It's me. We are down here, honey. No, we up here, girl. We up here, girl. What's going on? I was just listening to a little Doja Cat, honey. And I was just thinking Doja Cat really doesn't get, I feel like she doesn't get I don't know. I don't feel like Doja Cat really gets put in the category with the girls. She is in the category with the girls, but she don't really be with the girls like that. She don't really be with them. Like she's not necessarily in community with them, but she's among them in terms of her ability. Like Doja Cat is dope. Like she's dope. All her albums are dope. Like I don't, and it doesn't get. I was just listening to Attention, and I'm like, the lyrics and everything, the song, everything, the shit is dope. I don't know. The lyrics to the song is dope. When you read the lyrics and everything, it's dope. And then the song is produced well. I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody else feel like that about Doja Cat? I think Doja Cat is dope. She's problematic. I mean, everybody is, girl. Some people might think I'm problematic. Or you know these mics give the girls PTSD like a motherfucker. Let it happen one time. You sitting up here running your yap in your mouth, girl, and it be 30 minutes, and you look down and that motherfucker's not even on. You can't even do nothing. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I know one thing. I don't want to repeat myself. That's one thing I'm not gonna do because we flying off the seat. Ain't nothing. It's nothing produced necessarily, right? Even might get up. I might get up in the middle of me talking and go do something real quick and have to cut it up and chop it up. But girl, other than that, this is what you get. This is what you get. Shout out to the Virgos. Oh, it's Beyonce's birthday today. Hey Beyonce. Hey Beyonce. Hey Beyonce. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. What is this? It's only entertainment. Tamar Braxton puts JR on blast, claims he's been cheating on her with a 25-year-old woman. Wait a minute, I thought he was just the best thing that has ever happened to you. Hey, girl. Hey, boo. We can't. That's why the girl said your best is really a low. It's really an all-time low. Like Jazzy, she's over there thinking she has the best, and it's really the low. See, everybody's been duped and tricked about the money thing, but it's like the real thing is like, how are they functioning? How are they treating people? How are they operating when in relationship with people? And these people are not cool. They're not cool. And you keep looking for them and doing it over and over and over again. Didn't I just shout you out yesterday? Oh, Tamar. Girl, I just, somebody send her a mirror. That's all. Send her a mirror because why? Why? And it doesn't even matter. Like, I hear this thing like, you down there getting played by a white boy. Girl, she getting played. It don't matter what he look like. Because that's just showing you that they're no different, especially if they got a little sauce on them, if they seasoned the way he's seasoned. Okay? What they call them, spicy white mayo. Yeah, that's what's going on over there with that little Keebler elf that you down there looking like a damn fool about. Girl, I wish the fuck I would. And that's why the girls think it's a public humiliation kink that y'all got going on. Because you're public figures partnering with people who are below you, and then they mistreat you, and you stay, you go back, you stay, you go back, you go back, you go back, you go back. And I said the other day, I think a lot of y'all be doing that, especially these girls that make music on purpose. I feel like y'all be taking yourselves through these stupid ass relationships so you can make music. Because ain't no way. What other reason could you be doing this? What other reason would you be doing this all the time? And it's not just you a Pisces. It's not just you a Pisces. Tamar Braxton and JR is most likely calling it quits again. This is about the third blot for fourth breakup. The singer blasted JR for cheating on her with a 25-year-old woman. Tamar posted then that woman's IG page where you could see JR follows her. Played in my face for a 25-year-old. SMH took my jewelry, took me to Kirk's, and all along had a whole tramp. I hate you. Jeremy Robinson, CEO. No, you hate you. That's who you hate. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way, bitch. Ain't no girl. I wish the fuck I would. You don't get mad enough for me. You bitches don't get mad enough for me. Cause you be taking them back. That ain't mad enough. All that shit Kiki did, that ain't mad enough for me. Y'all don't be getting mad enough. Tamar, you be going back and forth. You're not mad enough for me. You're not mad enough for me. He was just the best thing that's ever happened to you the other day, wasn't he? Wasn't he the best thing that's ever happened to you? Wasn't he? Girl, that's what you were saying the other day, just the other day. You are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Tamar. You cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over a Keebler. Little Keebler. We represent. Girl, you out there with them buckles. Y'all be loving these niggas with these buckles and lollipops, making you look dumb as hell. Licking you. Oh my God. Tamar. And then you was just on, didn't I say, baby, I'm gonna go back and find, I don't even know what video that was. I was just posting you and how goofy and goo-goo dummy fool eye you looked when you was down there giving that man glass in the shape of the symbol. What is it? What did we just call it? The fleur de lis. The people in the comments was saying that's not only a symbol of pride in New Orleans, but it's also a symbol that was used to brand enslaved people. Are you nuts? And you gonna get the symbolism of a black woman, melanated woman, giving that symbol encrusted with diamonds to a white man is insane. It's insane. It's insane. That's why I know y'all bitches is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Insane. Insane. Y'all just be doing stuff, looking goofy. Here you go. Like, girl, what? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's why it's a public, y'all, it's a public humiliation kink so y'all can have songs for your albums. Cause ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no way. Bitch, I wish the fuck. No, I don't wish I would. Tamar, you might not be tired, but baby, we are. That's the first fucking comment. We are tired. We are tired, Tamar. You're not tired and you ain't mad enough. I hate you. No, you hate yourself. You hate yourself. It's evident and it's clear. Vince, please come back, get your wife back. Why? Because, girl, why would you send that wagging tongue ass nigga back to her? Girl, give me a fucking break. Why would you send a man to her? Obviously, this is not her calling to be in partnership. It's not your calling, girl. Choose another calling. Choose it and stay steadfast on the course because this ain't it. Girl, we really don't give a flying shit anymore. Right. I know she's hot because she spelled everything wrong. It should have been no return once he was outside with Tommy knowing y'all was beefing, right? Because that wasn't enough. What you gonna do next? What you gonna do next? The next thing is gonna be, because y'all married, right? Didn't you say y'all got married? So the next thing is gonna be, because he's already crossed the boundary with, and I know you've been fucking him after, right? You've been fucking him probably with no condom, right? And then we look at how black women come up in these STI, STD, HIV rates. We see it, right? Right? Y'all want to blame We want to blame. We want to talk about, oh, they out here, they down low. No, they down low in somebody else's coochie with they raw dicks. And you coming back and sitting on it. Bop, 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 bop. That'll fuck them up. It's not really fucking y'all up too much because you keep going fucking back. I'm sorry, I don't have any grace today. It's no grace. Stupid. Tonta, babosa, everything, just dumb. What other words can you come up? Stupida. What other words? Fool, clown. What other words? And the only reason, this is the crazy part, and this is what y'all have control over. Y'all be out here looking dumb because some outside entity is has you looking a fool. Something outside of yourself. You literally have no control over that. And you are letting it allow you on the public square look like a fucking fool. No. For what? Love? Is that what y'all calling it? This is what that's what that girl, no. No, no, no. Trekking the tundra for the rest of your life, trying to find somebody to spend the rest of your life with. So you go and post her page personally just to give her more traffic, sis wed? I'm so sick of her letting that white man play in her face, putting him on blast and then taking him back. Dang, Tamar, even the African dude didn't embarrass you like this. No, he was just terrorizing her in private. He got one terrorizing her in public, one terrorizing her in private. But when does she decide that, you know what? Maybe this isn't my thing. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to what is it that y'all are trying to do exactly? That's what I would be wondering. When you hopping and skipping, going back, what is it that you're trying to accomplish in doing that to yourself? Because you're not doing it to nobody but yourself. And somebody said it, and I don't know. Somebody said it in the comments. I'm gonna ask y'all, and y'all tell me: is Miss Evelyn Braxton the only one amongst that group who is healthy? Is she the only one amongst this group of women and sisters, her daughters, the only one not ill in some form of fashion? Because somebody in the comments said it's not lost on them that all of the daughters are dealing with some sort of ailment. Tamar has a lot going on mentally. Tony has the autoimmune lupus and now this heart condition. Tracy, we see what happened. Cancer. Tawanda, alopecia. Tracy, Trina, alcoholism and overeating. Is Miss Evelyn the only one out of this group who doesn't have any type of ailment? Y'all tell me. Let me know. Because I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I watch enough to know a little. So I don't know too much. So y'all let me know. Because Tamar, crashing out every 3 months is just it just, and then like literally when she was giving, she was like, you took my jewelry. No, you gave it to him. He didn't take shit from you. That's what we not gonna do. We saw you give it to him and then turn, look, your eyes like this the entire time. Showing the back of it. What is it? The authenticity that this is a symbol that white people use to brand enslaved, melanated people? Huh? This is you. You're nuts. You're nuts. You're nuts. You're nuts. Love, the quest for love has literally y'all eyes wound the fuck up. I gotta move on. I'm gonna move on. I need to move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on because I can go all day on you, Tamar. Because I shout you out every now and again. Hey, Tamar. Yes. And look at you, girl. And guess who's watching? Guess who's watching? That's why I said y'all don't give a fuck about your kids. Guess who's watching? What's the little boy's name? London, Landon. What's his name? Logan. He's watching all of it. Just like little Leotis. Ain't that his name? Leotis? He down there watching. They all watching y'all. All of them. While you scapegoat them and say, I'm doing it. Didn't Tamar say my son asked me when I was gonna get into a relationship? No, your son did not ask you that. Didn't she say that her son asked her when she was gonna get in a relationship? Somebody did that to their kids and said their kids was asking them when was they gonna get into a relationship. Girl, they be so happy when you're not because you be nuts when you're in a relationship. Or you could be the other end of the spectrum where your kids tell you you're not the same unless you have a man. You're not happy unless you have a man. Remember when Giselle's kids told her that? Girl, they be watching y'all. Oh, god damn. That's one thing I said to myself. I won't let my children see me be mistreated by nobody. Nobody. Let me tell you something. 2015, my older brother assaulted me. My children were a witness to that. They haven't seen him since. I don't play brother, relative, uh, baby daddy. No, no, you're not going to witness your mother be mistreated. You're not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to see. There's things that happen when you talk about raising children, solo parents, two parent households, and all this other stuff. Children seeing their parents be or two people, children seeing two people being affectionate, adults being affectionate, right? Not doesn't have to be their parents. If they see affection, yes, that's wonderful for them to see love, affection, people nurturing each other, people loving on each other. That is a great thing for people to see. But it's also detrimental for them to see the absence of that, where they're also being programmed in television that people come together and they're happy and they're loving on each other and they're affectionate, not they're dismissive, they don't speak to each other. You teach them that, so then you have those children who grow up and think, oh, this is the way the people my parents, whoever parented me, whoever were my caregivers, this is how they communicated with each other, right? Then you have the solo parent who will not allow anyone to her children to witness that. I would rather them witness me be happy, peaceful, loved, my loving on myself than to be in a atmosphere with a person who is going to do wrong by me while they witness that, right? Because I'm not only a teacher in trying to guide them in the right path of life, but I'm also a teacher in the way that I live my life, right? Isn't that how we teaching our kids? Not only the school, but how we live our lives too, right? Because they're watching us. We're the example. Isn't that what we always say, that we're the example? So it's, to me, I feel like it's better to have a good one example than a bad two example, right? Where we see men who are coming from two parent households and they're like super reckless, no discipline. So how are you using that as a measurement to how people are showing up? And it doesn't seem to be having an effect, because how can you use it to measure other people when you yourself couldn't even mimic it? You had two parents. What did you see exactly? What did you see exactly for you to actually go out and did you replicate? So does your father have multiple children? Do you have brothers that we don't know about, Cam Newton? Like, I don't understand. If we're leading, if the two parent home is the example, I'd rather be the example and showing that I love myself enough not to keep jumping in and out of relationships, to put my other relationships and platonic relationships first, to love on myself, to enrich myself. I rather than watch a solo person do that than two people jumping in and out, always fucking arguing, miserable, not even speaking at all. If you're not like that, that's what I think I saw somebody in the comments say. The child, the production of the child and what you produce is only as good as the caregivers. Whether there's one, two, three, four, it doesn't matter, because you could have four people in a household and all of them be fucking toxic. What are you teaching the child? They grew up in a four parent household or whatever, however many adults were there. You understand what I'm saying? So I would not put myself in. I understand how people relate, even in friendships. I even talk to them about how I'm going through life with my friendships and how I rectify that, or even asking them, have you ever had like anything going on as adults with an adult relationship, and then like talked about the situation with a young child, a teenager, even that little girl, 7 years old, and ask them, because whether you believe it or not, children carry so much wisdom. Like, it's nuts how much wisdom they carry. For me, I feel like they carry, especially the younger they are, and you ask them questions, they're so they're so truthful. And I feel like it's because they're closer to the divine than the adult, right? They just got here. They haven't had the experiences that adults have had, so they're not tainted in that way. So they'll give you honest answers, and sometimes you ask them questions and you're like amazed. You want them to witness you be in a good space. If ask them a scenario, they will give you an honest answer. When y'all be like, oh, we doing it for the kids, we doing it for the kids. If you asked your kid, you think mommy and daddy should stay together, they would be like, no. While you telling everybody we stand together for the kids, they like, well, we wish you wouldn't, because this is a poor example. Tamar, you jumping and hopping and skipping out of relationships. That's a poor example that you are showing your son. And then they talk about, oh, you don't want to blame the mothers for how some of these people show up. It's the caregiver. Whether it's the caregiver is a man, a woman, it doesn't matter. A woman, it doesn't matter. The child is watching the people who are taking care of them. They're watching y'all. So I don't know. I said I was going to stop talking about that. That was 8 minutes ago. Because it's stupid. It's like, girl, we are tired. But she's not. She's not tired. She's going to keep going, trekking the tundra, guys. Baby, she got her staff and her canteen. She be coming out looking crazy. I'm going back in, y'all. I'm going out. She got her little scarf around in front of her face. So all the sand that be getting kicked in her face. All the sand that be getting kicked in her face. So she got to cover her mouth. And she's trekking the tundra. JR, you took my jewelry. No, bitch, you gave it to him. Remember how stupid you was looking down there? Goofy gumdrop. Come on, goofy gumdrop. You got to be mindful. Ooh, that tastes so good. You got to be mindful. You down here looking crazy. And you don't think your kids is watching you? Girl, it's a mess. Rachael Ray sparks health concerns after fans notice a slurred speech in a new clip. Someone get this woman help.
Tony Benedetto, that's his full last name. Tony Bennett's coming to dinner. I have to make sure the floors are perfect and the house is clean and everything is just amazing. I might have gone a little overboard with the floors because when I pulled out the chair for Tony to sit down,
she might have been drinking
for
some
his
wine.
starter snacks and aperitivo, the chair slid out from under him and he hit his head on my marble counter behind him. And he fell to the floor, and I thought I killed Tony Bennett. I thought I killed him, literally. And his wife, Susan, so glorious, she says to me, Rachel, he's fine. He'll pop back up. Just let him be. So he made it all through dinner, had double portions of everything, was such a gentleman in the kitchen because, well, Tony Benedetto, that's his full last name.
Fans of Rachael Ray are expressing concern after the TV chef appeared to struggle with her words in a recent clip from a show, Rachael Ray in Tuscany. She might be high. She might be a little drunk. Shit. You every now and again we jumble over our words. If we've been down here drinking or anything, girl, it's no telling, girl. I'm just saying. Girl, Tony Benedetto, yes, he fell and hit his head. She was looking, I'm gonna play it so y'all can see it. But Rachael Ray looks like she looks different. She looks really different than the last time that I've seen Rachael Ray. Yeah, like this picture that they have, I'm gonna post it. This picture that they have compared to what I'm seeing now, I'm out the Rachael Ray loop. I don't know. It says the observation sparked widespread speculation about her health. Some fans suggesting under the video that she might be drunk or possibly experience a mini stroke. One user wrote, "Oh my God, someone get this woman help. She looks and acts like she's been drinking all the time. I love Rachel, but she's so hard to watch like this." Another commented, "I love her, and yes, she's drunk." A third added, "Look at her mouth. It looks like she may be recovering from a stroke." Despite the alarming reaction, some fans defended Rachael Ray, attributing her behavior to emotions tied to recalling a story about her late friend. Tony Bennett died? Girl, where the fuck? I did not know that. I did not know Tony Bennett died last year. He's a Leo. I did not know Tony Bennett died, y'all. Did I know that? Let me go to my Twitter. Y'all, I did not know. Hold on, let me go to my Twitter. Hold on, let me see. Only time I've talked about Tony Bennett is in relation to Hugh Hefner, the Playboy Mansion, Jim Brown, Bill Cosby, Roman Polanski, Tony Bennett. I did not know Tony Bennett died, y'all. That's crazy as hell. Mm. Okay, let me go because I said, what did we talk about? Oh, Tamar, girl. Oh, let me go. Rachael Ray. So Rachael Ray looks drunk. Like, see, you see that whole little thing. Can you imagine? This is my own production, and I don't have a studio audience, so I can imagine, girl. No, she's drunk. It looked like she's drunk to me. Maybe the edible kicked in. Oh God, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Sierra Thomas reveals she's officially married down to the Fulton courthouse. There's literally people in the comments talking about courthouse marriages last the longest. I just, girl, stop. This is the one she almost died for. He has the numbing cream. She says she's part owner, I guess, too. But he has the numbing cream, and she put all that numbing cream on her and got a full leg, a full tribal tattoo, her whole leg numbed. And I don't know who the idiot artist was who actually did that tattoo, and then the fact, I wonder what it's going to look like when it heals, because mm, but she got married, child, her and the man with the numbing cream. She almost died after the numbing cream wore off. Her She was in severe pain, and she almost lost her leg because she said multiple sessions for a tattoo, for a full leg tattoo. That would probably, I don't know, I would, it depends on what the design is, but it's not a one sitting thing. It's multiple sessions, maybe 4 sessions. It depends on how big it is or whatever. I just saw someone getting a tattoo the other day, and they were put to sleep. They were getting a full back tattoo, and they were put to sleep. And for me, and there were other people in the comments who agree, a part of the ritual of getting a tattoo is the feeling the pain of the tattoo, feeling the pain of it going into your skin. That is part of the entire ritual. This thing where you're numbing, I don't understand it. I don't know how tattoo artists feel about that. I don't know, but obviously they feel okay about it because they're doing tattoos with people using numbing cream. And I'm like, if you can't handle the pain of getting a tattoo, then you shouldn't get it. That's me. That's how I feel about it. So it is what it is. So she's getting married, girl. When is Sierra's birthday? Because she's another one. Just hopping, skipping, falling, dipping, diving in love. Sierra, what's her name? Thomas. Sierra Thomas, Love and Hip Hop. Oh, Sierra Gates. Oh, okay. So, oh, her last name before was Gates. Oh, so now she's Thomas. Y'all just changing the names like that, girl. Just going from owner to owner. It's so.
You will never know the conviction of a wife, girl. Ever. Right. Ever. Check. You don't have them now?
So weird. It is so weird. When is her birthday? Birthday. Hold on. Sierra Gates' birthday is May 24th. Is that a Taurus? Yes, I think that's a Taurus. I think that's a Taurus. Girl, you know I don't know. I don't know. But for real, like, I feel like, are you, why are you going through these changes and these motions? I don't know. She could be part Gemini. I don't know. I don't know. It could be part Gemini. It just depends on what time you were born. It just depends. But girl, why are you hopping and skipping and diving and love and all that stuff? I don't know, y'all. That's just, I guess it's always going to be that, those people that are just like under that kind of, I just don't understand anymore. I don't understand it anymore. I don't get it. Because when you're unhealed, I get showing up into relationships with this unhealed, but I feel like after you do work, it's like, girl, I wish the fuck I would. Like, no. After you do the work, it's like you do not want to go back to not showing up for yourself, not keeping the promises that you make to yourself, not honoring yourself, and dishonoring yourself because of an external source. Like, this is who, and then continuing to do it over and over again, because the truth is, the way that they're socialized, this is how they're going to show up. This is how they're going to show up. And it's all about who is going to put up with it. That's why I say they will stay. They will stay as long as you will have them. They will terrorize you as long as you will have them. As long as you feel like you need that ornament, they will be there. They will be there. Carly Red, she's like a sitting duck. You want to get engaged? Go ask Carly Red to marry you. She'll say yes. She accepts every marriage proposal. It's so weird. And there's women like that. There are women who will brag about how many times a man has asked them to marry them. Girl, that's not. I've been proposed to. Okay. Like you heard Dr. Bryant, I would love to hear the story behind why she called off weddings or two engagements, she said. Did y'all hear her say that? I caught that. I would love to hear that. And then I saw a clip of Brooke throwing a man in Dr. Bryant's face. You don't have a man? Girl, you don't either. Didn't he just cheat on you? She still got her degree though. She still got her degree though. You don't got that man though. The one that you was throwing in her face. Like you don't have a man. Where's that clip? I was like, no. Is that what we doing? In 2024? The age of the Roomba? Girl, is that what we doing? Brooke, hold on, let me go. Here's a clip. Listen to this.
Empowerment event. I don't really know you. And I feel like you went like to motherfucking Mars. What I recall, you were outside when the gay bashing took place. No gay bashing. There was no gay bashing. Well, it was very much gay bashing. No, you wasn't out there. So hold on. No gay bashing. Let me talk. Let me. Because I can speak for myself. Go ahead. Cheyenne keeps tossing around that I was gay bashing at her women's empowerment, and it's like, girl, no, I wasn't. I don't need you to talk to me. It is what it is. That's because you look like a boy, bitch. You still a bitch. Gay bash for what? Like everyone around me is gay. I'm a little gay sometimes too. So, girl, please. Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Was you out there, Cheyenne? Just answer that. I was at the door. No, listen. No, you were not. Yes, I was. I turned around and talked to her at the door. I tried not to go there. You were not at the door. I was standing at the door. Even if she was standing at the door, it wasn't gay bashing. It wasn't gay bashing. I'm entertained, but it is very peculiar to talk about what happened at the Women Empowerment Watch. I'm like,
now watch this.
Can I order a quesadilla? Are we talking? She gay bash. She is low functioning. And you you're low functioning. You're classless and you're tasteless. It's like watching a tennis match at Wimbledon. Oh, they going backwards. They getting heated. For once, Jackie Christie ain't in the hot seat. You're in your 40s. You ain't got no kids. You ain't never been married. You ain't got going on. Giselle, we can go. That's not even her. I can't even address her. Hey, tell her it don't matter. Come on. I'm like, damn. Can I?
You in your 40s, you ain't never been married, and you ain't got no kids. That's the measurement you using. You throwing that? That's the insult. Is that an insult? Let me read some of the comments. But look, let me read some of the comments. Hold on. Not Brooke throwing a man and kids in a woman's face as if that determines her social value. No, come on, Brooke. Y'all got to come with better insults than you don't have a man. Like, that is so late, y'all, but that's a pick me. That's a pick me. See, the and see it's weird for me and people who have this same perspective to be like, why would you throw a man? Like, the men are raggedy, number one. That's number one. But two, why would you throw a man in somebody's face as if to say you don't have one is an insult? Because for them, that's where they put value. That's why when you come after her, you don't even have to touch her. Just touch the nigga that she has on the side of her. Let her know how stupid and a fucking clown she looks for choosing a nigga who would look and do and say and ba 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 that to her. This is your nigga? Like, Jazzy, this is your nigga? This is your high standards? No, it's low. It's really low. It's really low. It's really low. Tamar, you think you have high standards? No, you don't. No, you don't. To me, I feel like it is a reflection of your self-esteem. The type of partner, the person that you choose to spend time with, and they mistreat you continually and you keep sending them back. I feel like it is a testament of where your self-esteem is. I really truly feel like that. I truly feel like that. And so they put value in men. So they can throw it at each other and it might insult her. But you're literally talking to a woman who has gone to school, is a psychology, what she calls herself, a psychology expert, a life coach. She has done this work. And that's because she's done the work is the reason why she doesn't have a man. She knows that there are beneath her. Y'all don't know it though. We waiting for y'all to catch up. We waiting, but Dr. Bryant ain't no different, because if somebody were to do one thing right, something right, she's probably ready to give up give him a cookie or some coochie. You saw the way she was stroking Cam Newton's ego, the entire thing. She had to stroke it. Now, look at me. Look at me. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're being the man that you are. You're doing what it takes to be a man. What she say? You're doing what it takes to be a man. Thank you for being a man. That's it. That I could just be a man and exist and I get thanked for it. That's what the fuck they problems is now. That's what the problems is now. Because you just thanking them for just be here. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You don't get thanked for being a man. God damn it. That shit is nuts. That's what Dr. Bryant thanked Cam Newton. So she on her path. That's why she's able to throw, Brooke is able to throw a man in her face. Just like Cam Newton was trying to disqualify her. Her degree, her education, her hours of experience. She didn't have a man, so that disqualified her from talking about relationships. Because she didn't have a fucking man wearing her fucking out. She didn't have one. And she's never seen an example of a positive one. But according to you, your parents are an example of a positive relationship. So how come you weren't able to mimic it unless you're mimicking it? Unless your father out here has multiple children by different women and your mother stayed. You have some brothers and sisters we don't know about Cam Newton? Because if you're modeling an example and using it as a measurement on whether a woman is qualified, are you mimicking what you saw? Is that what's going on? Is that what's happening? Maybe we cracked the code. I don't watch Basketball Wives, but someone said Brooke doesn't have that man anymore, but Dr. Cheyenne is somewhere still in possession of that degree. These women want to be an MRS so bad. You're insulting a PhD, ma'am, with a man. That's how you're insulting her, because that's where they put value. You see, her value was placed into bettering herself, getting an education, trying to figure people out, and wanting to help people figure themselves out and walk on a path. She's worried about whether she has a man or not.
But keep my husband out of it.
Because that's where they put the value. That's where the value is. And if you don't have one next to them, next to you, you don't have no value. But once again, Cheyenne Bryant is the same way. If a man is not in the home, it's not complete. That's a lie. You just finished talking about a child witnessing parents in a household. Cam Newton thinks he's doing something great. His children are watching him. Dude, you are out of control. You're nuts and out of control, and I don't like your fucking hats. Your embarrassment. But they can't say anything right now because they depend on their father for their survival. Once they stop, they will speak. Cam Newton's kids come out. Let me tell you how fucking ridiculous our father really fucking was. I just played a clip from the other day. The other day, 2022, talking about Cam Newton. Same shit. He's still peddling the same shit. Still peddling the same shit. Brooke needs intense therapy. I used to like Brooke, but if I was her, I wouldn't bring up kids respectfully. She's jealous of Brooke. The way she came at her at the brunch was quite personal. So let's see. Having a doctorate and a fulfilling career, beauty, fitness, and wealth versus biggest claim to fame is on a show because a person you played ball with impregnated or married you. Sigh, the bar is in hell. Baby mama get clowned. Single moms get clowned. A woman who decided not to have a child gets clowned. It don't matter what people say, they're always going to have something to say. She was bashing, though. You can't yell out someone looks like a boy but still a bitch and not think it's not offensive. I don't know how these comments agree with Cheyenne. If she embarrassed you the way she tried Brooke, you would come for her in any way. Brooke is not wrong. I don't watch the show, so I don't know. But throwing a man and kids in somebody's face as a way to insult them, that's where that's where they put the value, because another person will be like, "Are you trying to insult me right now?" Let me back up. Well, let's back up. Let's back. Did you say you're 40 years old and you don't have no kids and you don't have no man? Is that what you just said to me? Cut the cameras for a second, because I want to get this straight. Did you just try to insult me with kids and a man? That's where she places value, because the only way somebody is going to use something as an insult towards you is that's where they place the value. That's where because they think that they're going to project that onto you and think that you're going to feel a shame or guilt, something you're going to feel bad about that. So they think you place value in that too, and she kind of does. But girl, you can't tell me I'm degreed up with letters and shit behind my name and you talking about a fucking man. Girl, okay, you can turn the cameras back on. Bye, Brooke. Girl, you got to get better material than that. You got to get better material than that. I do want to talk about the girl Danger for the love of Ray J. She said her life would have been way better if she would have completely stayed away from black people. Um, I don't have too much time to talk, right? We're all at 52 minutes right now, but I posted in my commentary in regards to that. And I'm just going to read that and then we're going to go. It says, "Girl, what? Danger from the love of Ray J says her life would have been way better if she would have completely stayed away from black people." Listen to her.
If I had just married a nice white boy from my neighborhood growing up or from my church and lived in the suburbs and finished college, yeah, I'd probably be a doctor or a lawyer, and I probably would have had a totally normal, wonderful life without any drama at all, without any abuse at all. Like, I could have just found a nice person and married them, and they wouldn't have been black, and my life would have been awesome. I wouldn't have been in the hospitals. I wouldn't have been in the jails or the prisons. I wouldn't have gotten attacked. And 100% of the people who attacked me were black. 100% of them were black. 100% of the people that I've had to fight were black. 100% of the people that watch that show that are already with just being on social media again are. And you know, what's interesting about this whole thing, right, is had I not been so empathetic to the black situation, and had I
Come on, the
not
black
really
situation.
just known about the history and read so many books in college. I read Elaine Brown's book, she's a Black Panther. I read a lot of the Black Panthers books in college, and I was super upset about what was happening. And I did not have a black family. I had maybe like a handful of people who were black in my family. Everybody else was not black. I just completely stayed away from all black people. My life.
So this is what I said. You know who Danger is from for the love of Ray J. She had a tattoo on the side of her face. Beautiful, right? I'm gonna tell you, this is my commentary about her. Here's one person says she could have left the opening statement off. Truth is, she regrets the decision she made. We all do, but that opener was disgusting. I said, who's gonna say it? She was exploited for being biracial, and it didn't go in her favor. Are we not going to call a thing a thing? Are we going to do the thing where we don't talk about the thing and talk around the thing and blame everything for the thing instead of calling it what the thing is? She benefit for, I said it didn't work in her favor. Somebody said, yeah, but the thing that you are referencing is colorism, which is also something she benefited from. And I said it didn't go in her favor. Didn't I say that? And she's admitted to using pretty privilege. She has admitted to using pretty privilege, and it did not go in her favor. That's what happens to a lot of women who put how a man sees them and how community sees them, ran by men, favored for men in a patriarchy, and they perform for these men and only get exploited by these men, and now you hate the black men, but black people, right? You hate them because also there's women who operate in that same way. You are a woman, so you are operating in that same way. You know exactly what the fuck you are doing, and you got mistreated and you got exploited. And she's even said she put a tattoo on her face to make herself less attractive. She said it. The thing that you're referencing as colorism is also something she benefited from. Regardless of her reasoning, everything she said is rooted in anti-blackness. Lastly, her husband is white, and the reason she does not have custody of her kids. So if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. I said she's really talking to a specific group of people and the mentality, and she thought she was going to be able to use her pretty privilege and was tossed around. But we all know how that happens, and that's the reason why positioning yourself that way can leave you vulnerable to be exploited. The desirability is a two-edged sword. It may help open doors and pull out a seat at the table, only for too many young women to find out that they're the next course to be consumed, digested, and discarded. Absolutely. That's somebody else's comment after mine. That's exactly what is happening. It's a double-edged sword. You're using it to benefit you, but then you get exploited because these niggas don't have any plans for you. Nothing. They don't have no plans for you. They see you're beautiful. They want to extract all of that from you. They want to eat you. That's what the girls say, honey. They want to eat you. And they will do everything they can to siphon and extract. But at the same time, you are in a patriarchy trying to use your beauty, because that in a patriarchy is your commodity. You're using your beauty. You're using the fact that there are a group of people who worship the light skinned looking, eye looking, whatever you call them, preference, exotic, whatever, something that does not look like black woman. She looks a little different. Her eyes are funny. Her nose is shaped a little different. She looks a little different. And they're going to exploit that. And you thought you was going to be in favor of that. And you've been discarded and you've been used and abused. And now you're down here like, oh my God, if I never dealt with black people, well, that's it. You put the lens of a man onto your scope in life and decide this is how I'm going to come up. I'm going to use the fact that men find me attractive, and I'm going to use it to my advantage. But they scooped you up. You got caught in a vortex of abuse and being exploited, and now you hate black people. It's really the men that you hate, girl, because they're the ones that really exploited you. And that's how that goes. Let me read a couple more comments. The face tat was probably the downfall, not black folks. I said she actually says she got the tattoo on her face to make herself less attractive because she was tired of being exploited for being biracial and a preference. She said it. I felt the same way, sis, and I'm black. Erica Mena, Stacy Dash, danger. Typical POC adjacent syndrome. When you convinced yourself that you had to act like a stereotype and from the hood to get on, you're more than happy to cash the checks, buy the bags, drink at those clubs, and the second the novelty wears off, as trends tend to do, you start blaming people of color. Your mind led you to believe that you couldn't have that cushy lifestyle when you're black. You chose to get rich off of a reality cookie mold. You chose not to pivot and diversify your portfolio. But sure, blame the more melanated. Fucking sad. Girl, you called yourself danger. Go to hell. Wasn't no white lawyer marrying you with that damn Simba tattoo on your face. Girl, bye. Why do people think white people are exempt from drama? Meanwhile, she is the black person she's talking about. I thought this was Darlene from Roseanne. Women will do everything except take accountability. Keep the dummies off my algorithm. You dated your equal, had nothing to do with race. Had you not got that tattoo on your face, went on to devaluing the show and admitted to smashing the homies and got a job or went to good school, your life would have been good, Miss Ran Through. Years later, in my head, randomly saying, danger, she smashed the homie. Take some accountability. Your life is the way. is that way because you made it that way. Didn't she get hooked on drugs? There's a viral video of her online a few years ago walking the streets. Don't blame us, baby. Blame your poor decisions. Amber, go pick her up for lunch tomorrow. Y'all can go to Marie Callender's and eat an unseasoned meatloaf, girl. They wearing your ass out. Because a part of that is that, see, when you position yourself as you're like better than, and then when you come down, you're like, oh, they didn't treat me right. Well, you went in there thinking that you were going to benefit from something, and you might have benefited a little bit, but the benefit that comes from the attention of men doesn't last for long, right? There's really not like a sustainable, long lasting benefit from men paying attention to you, because now they're down to the internet saying that the BBLs, they don't like the BBLs, right? So when you're a woman operating in a space where you're gonna be the supply to meet the demand, they will wear you fucking low, use you, discard you, and then now you're down saying, if I would have never dealt with black people. You have those people that are going to exploit you for how you look. They worship that. There's the illusion of white superiority creates a worshiping of the lighter skin, and people worship that, and worship, they also exploit and siphon and extract from. So you played into the game. She admits it, playing into the game. There's other stuff, videos of her out there doing interviews and stuff like that. This is just a small little clip. And it's so funny because they reposted this. They posted it a few weeks ago, but it didn't get the traction, right? Because they want to draw you in with her having an issue and saying the word black, and you being triggered by the word black, right? And then being hooked in and then re-victimizing yourself and be like, no, 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 no. No, it's no, you're going to have to call a thing a thing. And the thing is, you benefited from the colorism, and then you were also exploited by the colorism. And now you hate the people who exploited you. But that's what happens. You put yourself in that frequency, and that's what happens. And unfortunately, the girls don't ever learn, even though they see the women being exploited like that and come out of the restaurant looking disheveled. They all believe they will be different. All the women whose scope of life is through a male lens, they all believe, they're all under a spell and a trance that they will be different. And some man has pumped them up and told them that because of the way they look, they're better than other women. And so those women then internalize that, take that and big themselves up, pedestalize themselves, tell them, oh, yellow bone is what he wanted, and all that bullshit. And then they end up looking crazy. They end up looking crazy. And then they come back and say, well, I don't like y'all anymore. It's really the men that you don't like because they was really exploiting you, and the women who also put their focus on men, they're mad at you because they want those men to pick them. Instead, they're picking you, so they don't like y'all. So that's another part of the reveling in your misfortune, because you used a system that ultimately oppresses people, and then you got dumped by it. So it is what it is, and that's just the cycle of it. And it's not going to stop. As long as there's a woman who's putting a man's lens on and the way that she looks at life, she's always going to put his view of. And when he starts bigging her up, this is a lot of women who call them their preferences light-skinned women. You know what the look looks like, exotic, not black, not a black woman, not a melanated woman, not none of that. So they go out and they praise that, but it's an exploiting. A man is not going to worship you for the purpose of protecting you, and they're worshiping you so they can siphon from you and extract from you. But you've put their ideas in the forefront of your needs and desires and everything like that. So you're up there getting siphoned from and thinking you're going to be different, and then you're not. And then you're looking down there looking crazy, giving a fucking branding fucking emblem to a white man with diamonds in it. So that's all I got to say. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.